From 1924 to today, the International Institute of Boston has responded to the needs of newcomers in progressive, innovative, and adaptive ways.
Founding a progressive agency at the peak of immigration restriction.
In 1924, the U.S. federal government enacted racist admissions quotas by country, denying many who were desperate to find safety and opportunity in the U.S. to preserve the ideal of U.S. homogeneity.
In response, a chapter of the Young Women's Christian Association, YWCA, founded the International Institute of Boston, following a revolutionary approach to welcoming refugees and immigrants. Cultural pluralism, the philosophy that immigrants should be encouraged to preserve, celebrate, and share their cultural heritage while also participating in U.S. civic life.
While the federal government limited immigration and forced assimilation, IIB hired first and second generation immigrants as caseworkers and community organizers who encouraged newcomers to share and celebrate their cultural heritage while helping them access the support they needed to begin building their new lives and contributing to their new communities.
Defending and supporting immigrants through the Great Depression and Second World War.
After the collapse of the U.S. economy, fear and suspicion, often unfounded, raged. IIB fought back against internment camps and laws that would have deported many immigrants who were receiving federal assistance, and found ways to support second-generation American soldiers in Boston, U.S. allies fighting fascism abroad, Jewish refugees fleeing the Nazis, and refugees from Axis countries of Japan, Italy, and Germany, whom they defended with the rallying cry, "Don't condemn, understand." Seizing the opportunity of a new wartime alliance with China, IIB pushed back against the discriminatory Chinese Exclusion Act and supported the city's newly growing Chinese community. After the war, IIB helped Japanese Americans released from internment camps to resettle in Boston.
Building Boston's business community.
For 100 years, IIB has helped immigrants to build Boston's economy while securing family-sustaining jobs and fairness in the workplace. In the 1940s, IIB helped immigrants fill the factory jobs that were fueling the war against fascism abroad, and later advocated for the Massachusetts Fair Employment Act to protect them and others from hiring discrimination. In the 1980s, IIB volunteers began lending their cars and driving skills to help get clients to job interviews, and a multi-service center in Jamaica Plain, established by IIB, helped more than 200 Cuban refugees enter the workforce. In the 1990s, IIB launched a hospitality skills training program to help immigrants fill jobs in Boston hotels, and in the 2000s, helped hundreds of Bhutanese refugees fill jobs at Logan International Airport and introduced skills training programs in the construction and healthcare fields.
Defending against discrimination.
Throughout the last century, when world events inspired fear or mistrust of groups of newcomers, IIB helped to rally Boston in support, including in the wake of the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001. When the city's Muslim and Arab community became targets of violence, threats, and prejudice, IIB mobilized a local response, organizing a meeting of leaders from Boston's Afghan community to issue a statement to the press, arranging a meeting between Boston's Arab American leaders and the hate crime unit of the Boston Police Department, and developing a community resource guide for Boston's Muslim community. IIB also partnered with the organization Muslim Community Support Services of Massachusetts to provide counseling to immigrants confronting trauma and feeling unsafe in their communities.
Meeting a new level of need.
In recent years, unprecedented refugee crises have erupted throughout the world, displacing more than 100 million people fleeing violence, persecution, and natural disasters. In rapid succession, Afghans evacuated with little warning after the Taliban takeover. Ukrainians who lost their homes to Russian bombing fled. Increasing numbers of children fleeing violence in Ecuador, Guatemala, and Honduras sought refuge in the U.S., and tens of thousands of Haitians forced to leave a destabilized homeland responded to the U.S. offer of protection and came to join the large Haitian community here and build a better life in our region.
IINE mobilized community volunteer teams to help resettle refugees, reunited more than 1,000 children with their families, and created a new shelter services team to help thousands of people who had arrived legally but without housing support or work authorization to exit the emergency shelter system, find permanent homes, and join the Massachusetts workforce.
Quickly rescaling to meet the need, IINE grew from a staff of 60 serving 4,000 refugees and immigrants in a year in 2016 to a staff of 250, including many speakers of Dari, Pashto, Ukrainian, and Haitian Creole, that together served more than 20,000 newcomers in 2024. For 100 years, the International Institute of New England has stood as an ever-present light, welcoming refugees and immigrants and illuminating their pathways to success.